Well, welcome to Gold Fever Adventures. I'm Jack Tucker. It's another gorgeous day here in good old sunny Arizona. It's probably, it's only about 8:30 in the morning. The sun just came up not too long ago, so it's starting to warm up here. We're still kind of in winter time here, so it's been kind of cold lately. Anyways, today what I'm going to do, I'm going to go do me some vacuuming. I'm going to show you something where some people have found some gold before just vacuuming. And I'm going to do that today. I'm going to try some of these areas around here that I know, some of these little spots. I'll give you that tip there where some gold might be. Then I'm going to take it home and I'll run it once I get home. And well, I'll see if I do in fact got any gold. But that's what I'm going to be doing today, vacuuming. This is one of these Ryobi leaf blowers. I just mount this on a 5-gallon bucket, put a hose attachment onto this, and this creates a suction. Just vacuums up that material. So I'm going to take off on the little buggy here and go find me one of these little spots, and I'll show you why you get some gold out of it. But anyways, hey, thanks for coming along, guys.
Load up the truck, it's time to roll. The heart's so wild and a come and go. Chasing the goal, we're ready for the thrill. Through mountains.
All right, one thing that you got to know, here's a tip. Gold does not come from the rivers or the washes. It comes from up on the mountain tops, and it works its way down. And over time, through weathering and runoffs and floods and all of that, it works its way into these little dinky rivulets, what I'd call them, which go down to a bigger wash, which go to a bigger wash, go to a bigger wash. That's where the gold is at. That's what I'm going to be doing right now. Well, so this is the area I'm going to vacuum me up. I scraped up some material right here off the surface in 2 different spots right there. Now what I'm looking for is this little rivulet is running down. Every now and then you'll see a pile of rocks where they backed up. So for some reason these rocks have started to back up. And then other times you'll just see nothing but dirt. So that just means the dirt just means everything kept flowing on down. Maybe there might be some rocks underneath that dirt layer, but basically that dirt layer just blew everything down. You may see more rocks on one side of the wash than the other side. As it may round the bend, you'll see a pile of rocks. That just means the heavies fell out. Gold being heavy, it's going to fall out with these rocks. So I like to move some of these larger pieces of rocks out of the way, and that's where I'm going to get some of my samples at. 2 samples right here, one on each side. And that's what I'm going to do now, if I can get this thing to start. This thing hasn't been starting on me lately. It's older, I think it's cracked. Losing gas out of here. I should take better care of my equipment, but let's see if I can get this to start. Whoa, look at that. That may start. Wow, pretty good. See, you get down to a hard pack, everything's going to really ride on top of that hard pack. So all we're looking for is flood gold. But you can find a lot of stuff in here, mostly fine stuff. You might find an occasional picker now and then. gets plugged up once in a while. Too much. Generally, I have a nozzle or a crevicing tool on here, but I don't know what happened to it. Crevicing tool allows all these larger rocks ain't going to go through, but I don't have it, so I'm getting everything. I just want the gravels, really. I don't really want the dirt. I like the sand and the gravels. Kind of scrape some of that off of that hard pack right there. Yeah, that should be good for this spot here. Should have had my long pants on. Took them off this morning. A pair of knee pads would even be good too. Should be good. Done. Ooh, baby. I don't know how that got so full. That thing got full. That's a full bucket. I don't even know if I can lift that up here. I don't even know if I can lift it. And I'm going to lose rocks out of my hole there. I got to do something there. I got to put a larger rock in that hole so I don't lose my gravels out of there. Find a nice little round rock and stick it right down in that hole to try to save some of these pieces from coming out. Wow, it was a full load, all right. I got a full load. I'll put that hose back on once I get that up in there. That's if I can get it up in there. Oh, oh, oh baby. Oh, baby. Oh, whoa. Maybe I'll wait till somebody comes by that's stronger than me. Somebody's coming by now. And they'll say, "Whew, you can help me since you're here." That's what I should do, huh? Yeah. Good morning.
How you doing today?
All right. How you doing?
Another fine Monday? Yeah, fuck it, Monday. Yeah.
Another fine day. Yeah.
Having any luck in these little rivulets?
I haven't panned it. I just thought I'd get a sample and see what's in there.
In previous trips, we've done well.
Yeah.
Just right up on the tops and shit.
Yeah.
We're trying another spot up here. We'll know in a minute how it turns out. A lot of black rocks, that's what I always look for.
The black rocks.
They're the heaviest ones.
Well, it's magnetite.
But they're the heaviest ones.
Right.
So if it drops a whole bunch of black fucking rocks,
Yeah,
reason to be that gold will be with it or right in front of it.
that's true.
Or it means nothing at all.
Well, gold travels with the heavies.
Yep.
So,
Well, good luck, man.
okay, man.
We'll see you around for lunch or something.
Okay, cool, man. Well, I didn't ask him to help me lift this bucket up, so I'm just going to have to get it up in here myself. I'm just going to have to get this bucket up in here myself. Let me move some stuff around here. Okay. Get my muscles going here. Whew. Here we go. Ready, get set, go. Okay. Now my holes, let's put this hose on here so that way any more that gets lost ain't gonna, hate to get all this stuff and by the time I get home I don't have nothing left because it's all drained out. That would suck. Turn that up there more so the holes ain't gonna fall out. Put this right here. Perfect. Perfect right there. Perfect. Whew. Let me show you in this wash more exactly what I'm talking about here. So, here's what's happening. Let's get in this little wash. This is just a little wash. And so what happens is the gold, that let's just say when this is all underwater and it's flying down through here, and then it starts to recede, and then as it recedes, it starts to go to the low spots. So these little dinky, what we call rivulets or little small washes would be the low spots. You'll see right here, all these rocks. Somebody's dug right through here and they've thrown these pile of rocks out of this wash. So these larger boulders, these probably weren't here 10 years ago, I would say, because as this thing flash floods down through here, it's moving these boulders out of the way. But wherever you see a boulder, like say this one right here, now it's piling up some rocks around it. So as the water is coming down, it hits that boulder. Some rocks will get stuck there, it'll go around it and then build up behind it. So this was all within the last couple of years. So, but it's all flood gold what we're getting here anyways. You see here just sand, no rocks. Here you start to see a rock layer. So some reason this held back. Maybe it was coming around this bend or something, or there was a bigger rock right here. But something held back and created these larger rocks to be here. It comes on down through here. Here's a larger boulder here. But right here, just sand. So this was, it came through, it poof, took off through here. Then all of a sudden there was a larger pile of rocks right here. I vacuumed right there. Then it slowed back, then it slowed back down again. Just sand. And then all of a sudden rocks piled up again. And so I vacuumed right there. You come through here, you'll see this black sand in here. It's just a real fine black sand. There's no saying fine black sand, fine gold, chunky black sand, chunky gold. But it's just surface anyways. So that's all we're looking for. But you see the gravels in here too. These gravels are good. You get someplace like over in here where it's just more of a dirt layer. So you like the gravels. Now see, all of a sudden now you see no rocks. It's just all, so this is flying down through here. And then all of a sudden it starts to back up again. And again, you see the black sands. After rains, you'll see these black sands, but then with the wind blowing, it'll cover up. When the wind blows the blonder sand, then the black will disappear. But so it stopped right here. That's why the heavies start to mount up. And again, you see all of these heavies right here. It's making the bend. You'll start to see the black sands again, the heavies, and then all of a sudden, who knows where the hell it goes. Now that doesn't mean there's any gold in this little rivet, but it's an indication that if there was gold, that's where it would be at. So I got me a full bucket of dirt. Like I said, I'm going to haul them home, and then I'll run them through some type of machine when I get home. I can even dry wash that. Probably by the time I get there, it'll be dry enough to dry wash it. But I'll run it through some type of machine, and we'll see if I get any gold in there. Anyways, I've got to head out of here now. Have been up here all weekend long on this Roadrunner claim, and my time has come to an end. So I did a lot of videos up here. It's been fun. Anyway, so I'm going to the home front, so we'll catch you guys a little bit later. Stay tuned. Well, I made it home. Starting to unload. Oh, I gotta carry all this stuff into the backyard here. But I think what I'm gonna do first, a few buckets I got, but this was my vacuum bucket right here. So I just hurry and set up this Royal dry washer. I'm gonna run this real fast through the Royal here. Then I'll go pan it, see if I got any gold. Oh my goodness sakes. Oh my goodness sakes. Oh my goodness sakes. Whew, that is heavy. That's gonna be so full of gold. That's gonna be so full of gold. Oh, there's gonna be so much gold in there. I'm not gonna know what to do. I'm not gonna know what to do. It's semi-damp still, but semi-damp. But it'll still run, because there's some dry stuff mixed in with it. How's it run? Looks like it's running okay to me. Yeah, it's running good. Gloves. This is where you could suck up scorpions too, especially if you're digging moving rocks. Or you get cactuses in your fingers. So you really should have a pair of gloves. same bucket to clean up in. Okay, done. Whew, now I go pan this out. Let's go pan it out. Pan it really quick, and I gotta go in and get cleaned up and finish unloading stuff, but whew, I'm exhausted. Oh man, gotta sit down. Okay. Telltale sign. Is there any gold in here? Anybody taking bets? Anybody taking any bets? Any nuggets in here? If there's a nugget in there, that would stand out like a Christmas ornament. But I see no nuggets. No nuggets. So. Okay, here we go. Telltale sign. Is my theories right? Is my theories right? Is there gold in those little rivulets? Or maybe that one, anyways. Tell you what, there's a ton of black sands. I can tell you that right now. There is a ton of black sands. And there's chunky black sands too. I see some chunky stuff. I see fine black sands and I see chunky black sands. I like that chunky black sands. I like chunky black sands. Good indication for gold. Chunky black sands. The bigger, the chunkier the black sands, the better it is. But I'm not hearing any nuggets flying around in there, so I'm going to say what I vacuumed is probably a bust. Let's take a little peek. Let's take a little peek here. Let's see. Oh, I saw a piece of gold right there. There's a piece of gold right there. There's another one right there. Nothing, and there's another one right there. That one wasn't okay. There's some more though right there. Oh, there was gold in there. There was gold in there. That's the biggest little piece right there though. It's not a picker though, but hey, it's gold. So there is gold in them dar hills. There is gold in them dar hills. Okay. I'll just add this to my collection of black sand with a little bit of gold. Black sands with a little bit of gold. All right. I still got to go finish getting unloaded now. All right, found a little bit of color. I got some buckets here that I brought back that I was going to run them through here, this big one, and then it rained heavily on me. So this is probably all wet. Yes, it did. It soaked these down. And actually, now I'll have to think where these even came from. Because now I don't remember where I got these from. I'm going to have to think of where I got these buckets from. I got 3 buckets here. And I don't I think I got them out there when I went out there with the other club, I think. I think that's where I got them from. Anyways, I'm off to the next adventure. So got a little bit of gold. And that's all I can do. All you can do. Get a little bit of gold. But had a lot of fun. Anyways, please like, share, subscribe. Leave me a comment down below. So until our paths cross again, you guys all have a fantastic day. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Load up a truck, it's time to roll. mountains and rivers, we'll climb every hill. With the sun on our backs, we take our stand, uncovering treasures buried in this land. This gold fever's got us running wild. In the heart of the land, we feel like a child. Adventures await in the great unknown. Together we chase dreams, never alone. With metal detectors singing in the breeze, we dig for the fortune, uncovering keys. With a gold pan in hand, we sift through the dirt. Each little glimmer makes our hearts surge. By the firelight's glow, our laughter rings as we dream of the riches tomorrow brings. This gold fever's got us running wild. In the heart of the land, we feel like a child. Adventures await in the great unknown. Together we chase dreams, never glow, our laughter rings as we dream of the riches tomorrow brings. This gold fever's got us running wild. In the heart of the land, we feel like a child. Adventures await in the great unknown. Together we chase dreams, never alone. So here's to the nights beneath the stars. With our hearts full of dreams, we'll go far. This gold fever's got us running wild. In the heart of the land, we feel like a child. Adventures await in the great unknown. Together we chase dreams, never alone. To the nights beneath the stars. With our hearts full of dreams, we'll go far.